Police log for February 21st through 27, 2020. Suspicious activity abounds and things get hot in a bedroom on High Street. February 21st, crash. Ashland and Maple. A Medway driver went after a Holliston driver and was cited for failure to use care and turning. Then another crash with a Medway driver, this time at 258 Norfolk, taking on a Holliston driver and was cited for following too closely. The repo man was on Concord. The owner of a GMC Acadia will be walking to work today. Crash, 702 Washington. This Medway driver got in the way of a Holliston driver who was backing up. Serves him right. Crash, Washington and Concord. Framingham versus Ashland adds a little variety. Suspicious motor vehicle, Washington Path, 9:30 p.m. It's a long story, but basically, a caller reports that a black Jeep pulled into his driveway and turned off the lights. As the caller went out to approach the Jeep, he told his wife to turn on the floodlights. The Jeep started to pull out as the caller tried to flag it down. The caller gave the license number to HPD. The Jeep is from Medway. This is starting to look like a Medway conspiracy. February 22nd, animal incident, Marshall and Glowen. An injured deer on the side of the road. Dispatched by the dispatcher who sent the dispatcher. That's one verb and two nouns. Suspicious motor vehicle. This time on Adams, caller reports a black Honda parked in her driveway for about 10 minutes. Seemed strange to her as she was not expecting company or a burglar. February 23rd, animal incident on Hollis, car versus deer. Driver reporting the incident for insurance purposes. To protect himself from a lawsuit by the deer. 16 traffic stops today. I know there's no quota, but still there's only 6 days left in February. February 24th, crash, Concord and Ashland. Framingham versus Holliston, AAA and Hometown Automotive were called. Complaint at 45 Washington. Report of an oil spill by a car carrier. The caller concerned about nearby wetlands. The fire department put down some speedy dry. 19 traffic stops today. Down to 5 days left to the end of the month. February 25th, help a citizen, Country Road. Caller reports a fire alarm keeps going off even after changing the batteries. Look around, dummy. You may actually be on fire. Suspicious activity at the library. Report of a male acting strangely and walking around. Well-being check at Dunk's. A female locked herself in the restroom and refused to come out after 10 minutes. I'd be worried about the other customers drinking all that coffee and wanting to get into that bathroom. Smoke and fire at Turner, a commercial fire alarm call. No visible fire, but parties were ordered to evacuate. Firemen found a burnt dinner in one unit. I can hear the call now. Honey, I don't feel like cooking tonight. How about stopping for a pizza on your way home? 19 traffic stops today. Only 4 days left to the end of the month. February 26th, crash at Cortland, 12:30 a.m. Caller heard a loud bang like a car hitting something and then saw headlights. Gone on arrival. At least the headlights were still working. Mechanic Street, report of possible fraud by phishing from a mailbox. Don't complain. Maybe it was the son of John Beresford Tipton looking to pay your bills for you. If you know who Beresford was, you belong in a nursing home. Animal incident on Winthrop. A fox is running up and down the street and appears to be disoriented. I think it's thinking, I could have sworn that chicken coop was around here somewhere. Erratic driver on Washington and Whitney. A Honda Accord was all over the road, stopped by HPD. A Milford resident was arrested for OUI liquor, second offense, negligent operation, and operating with a suspended license. Probably just moved to Milford from Framingham. Check prisoner. Fraud on Wilkins. Caller suspects that he's part of a scam. Talk to that guy in Mechanic Street. Maybe he can help you. 12 stops today. 3 days left in February. Time's running out. February 27th, crash, Church and Fruit. Two Holly Rockers meet in a minor way. Crash on Church and Railroad. Milford versus Holliston, again minor. Crash at Dunk's. Milford versus Holden. It's best when these drivers leave Holliston drivers out of it. Smoke and fire on High. Caller reports a fire in the bedroom. He put it out, but the smoke remains. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? 18 traffic stops today. That should be enough for this month. And finally, remember this guy who tried to break into homes on Winter and Tracy Lynn? A Westfield resident was alerted by Ring Doorbell, that's a security system, that an unknown party tried to break in, and it took a picture of him. Notice the uncanny resemblance to our in-house artist sketch? Neither do I. During the reporting period, 47 citations and 25 warnings were issued. Only one erratic driver was reported, and dispatchers logged 362 calls. Canine Mattis at obedience training in Hoppingbrook Park and searched for narcotics in HPD lockers. Begs the question, was it good news that he found some, or bad news that he found some? But wait, there's more. Women actually had it pretty good back in 1873. As recorded by the Framingham Gazette, according to the laws in effect back then, if a woman commits a felony in the presence of her husband and he didn't tell her not to do it, he alone will be liable for the felony. Thus, if a husband and a wife jointly perpetrate a theft, like a burglary or a forgery or arson, the wife cannot be indicted or punished. But keeping a house of ill repute is an exception to this rule, and presumably the husbands go free. Well, that's the log for this week, so let's be careful out there. For the Holliston Police Log, this is Paul Saulnier.